Yo, and yeah, this is my review on the my Trident 660. This is the second time I'm recording this because the first time I royally fucked it up. Anyway, what can I say? I can only repeat myself for what you didn't hear because it's now gone into the abyss of disappeared data. But I had this since May last year. I've done about 13,000 miles on it. I fucked off the original dealership I bought it at because they have been nothing but a nuisance. They completely fucked up my lease contract on it, so I'm now kind of just stuck with the bike. In 4 years, when I was going to give it back, I now have to buy it back from them or pay extortionate amount of money for the extra mileage I'm doing because whoever did it for me decided to go on a holiday and then not contact the leasing company as we had agreed on to reconfirm the contract to the new mileage, and then when he came back he couldn't be fucking bothered. But yeah, you get them cunts in all businesses, don't you? So I just hope his asshole's itchy and his arms are too short. That's where I'm at. So I've been servicing it at another dealership, so I cannot recommend them enough. That's where I got my speed triple as well. It's Carl Rosner in Trident. They are like they are the pinnacle of good service and really like they do it because they fucking love bikes, and I can only recommend them if you need a Triumph or in general you just want to go and see a nice shop. Other than that, it's been in for warranty twice. Once when the sight stand broke, that was again at the other dealership and they didn't want to fucking touch it. And now I dropped it off at a dealership in London to do the headstock bearings. 13,000 miles. Steering started to get very heavy, and then on my last day going home from work it started clinking and clocking and making clanky sounds that you could actually feel in the handlebars, which I found a little bit disturbing, so I dropped it off. They were cool though. They've just taken it and they just get it done, and that's when they just do it, and then the bike will be fine again. The bike itself, I love it and I hate it. I love the smoothness of it. It's. I have never ridden anything that's that smooth. The gears are smooth, the clutch is smooth, the brakes, the handling. It's just such a smooth bike. It's like it's like a hot knife through warm butter. It just does it. 80 some horsepower, it pushes okay. The gearing on it is slightly low for actual A-road or motorway riding. It's brilliant for town. You can filter and you don't need to worry about if you're in second or third gear. You just open it and it just does its triple thing and just pulls you away. And that's really that's so smooth engine. And the only thing I don't really like about it is the width. The bike seems wider than it is supposed to be. You could take probably 20 millimeters off the handlebar on both sides and move the mirrors in to make it that little bit narrower, to make it a better commuter bike. But it's not really an issue. It's not really an issue. It's just the feel of the bike is that the handlebars are wider than they're supposed to be. The seat is not the most comfortable. I normally ride for about an hour to get to work, which is fully acceptable. Sometimes when traffic shit, it takes me about an hour and a half. And in that hour and a half, my old wrinkly bum starts to actually get a bit sore. It is a standard fairly hard seat, so I'm sure if you throw the gel seat on it, that would not be the issue anymore. That problem would be well gone. But yeah, I'm one of the few things I'm impressed of it about is the actual running cost. She does hard riding, of course. In my video, I don't have any of my footage from riding in Mexico. I only have the footage from riding in London. But I give her time to heat up, of course, as you do, and then I will normally, when I'm in Mexico, ride it a lot harder. And she does well. I am getting a solid 54 miles per gallon, which I think is quite neat. The triples are not known for being economical at all. It's like just taking my old speed triple she drinks, and then as soon as you push her, you might as well just drill holes in the fuel tank, because it's oozing out. It's using so much. But this little 660 is actually, it's quite neat. And I think that's something they have worked on in the factory, because I know the street triples, which this engine derives from, are quite thirsty as well. But yeah, generally it's a good bike, and I'm happy with it. The first service I had was free. The next service was the 10,000 mile service, which cost me 280 quid. I think it was 350. I can't remember. But then again, when I had the little BMW shit bike, the 10,000 mile service and that was about 890 quid, I think. So I got 2 extra cylinders. I got twice the cubic inches, cubic volumage engine sizing, and I got like nearly 3 times the power, and it's so much cheaper to service it. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep this for 4 years, and then either buy it back or as I said, as from being fucked over by the dealership, I might just pay the extra money on the on the extra miles I've done. So yeah, but I think that's about it. It's lovely little bike. If you want something that's not one of the hibernakes, like the street triples or the Super Dukes or what have you, and you don't quite have the money to buy the street triple, or what's equivalent to the street triple, that would be an MT-09 or something like that. If you're not quite there and you just want something that's fun but not scary, something that handles well, something that's very manageable and very smooth, I would say all day long, go for one of these little things. Go for a Trident 660. They're great value for money. I think it's probably one of the best value for money out there bikes, and the fact that it's still, as I said, the quality might not be as awesome as it was 10 years ago on my street triple, but it's still a triumph. They still try to live up to the heritage and the quality. It's like there's so many nice little details. Like if you look underneath the rear of it, where you got like the undercover for the whole seat unit, there's a Union Jack in that, and there's like a little Triumph logo on it's like they still fiddle for the detail, so to say. So, but yeah, that's about what I got for this one. Lovely, cracking little bike. For the price you get a lot of bike, and you'll enjoy it. So yeah, that'll be it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll do another review of one of my other silly bikes today. So have a good one. Ta-ta!